Okay, for part 2, I'm going to show you how we're going to decrease our corner to corner. So for what we've been doing, we've been adding one per row by going into the very first one and then going into the very last one. Now we're going to be decreasing, so we're not going to be making them at the very ends anymore. So we're actually going to cut off and fasten off our yarn. So we're going to cut it, and then we just bring it through to fasten off like normal. And then we're going to grab our next color, and we're going to put a slip knot on our hook. So what we're going to do is we want to go from where we ended off, and we're going to flip it over to the back side. And we're going to skip the first 3 double crochets, and we're going to slip stitch into this chain 3 space, just like we've been doing. And then we proceed as normal. So we're going to chain 3 and then work 3 double crochets, and then continue doing this. So doing what we've been doing with a slip stitch into the chain 3 space, chain 3, 3 double crochets. You're going to continue that until you get to the very last brick, but instead of chaining 3 at the end, we're going to end with a slip stitch here. So let me work the row and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so I have reached 1 brick from the end. I'm going to go and I'm just going to slip stitch, and then I'm going to turn the work, and we're going to slip stitch back to that first chain 3 space in the new color. So I'm just going to slip stitch in each of the single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, and then I slip stitch into that chain 3 space, and then we start our bricks again. So we're going to chain 3, 3 double crochet, and then we continue. And again, we're going to stop. We're not going to work the 3 double crochets into the last one. We're just going to end with a slip stitch. So I'll wait till I get to the end of the row. Okay, so I've gotten up to where I have 1 left. So again, we're going to slip stitch, and then we're going to cut the yarn and we're going to fasten off. And you can see by the work that we're starting to create another edge along the top that's going to be straight. So we're basically filling in the second half of our square. So we're going to grab our next color, and we're going to put a slip knot on our hook again. And it's very important that you pay attention that you're not going to create another brick in the very last one. We want it to come back in. And since we've gone, you tend to get on autopilot when you're doing this. So just make sure that you're beginning with a slip stitch and ending with a slip stitch, not a full brick. So I've joined my color. We're going to flip over. And again, we're not going to work into any of the first double crochets. We're going to go with a slip stitch into that chain 3 space. And then we're going to chain 3. And we're going to continue on our way. Now, you will be using the main color one more time after these 2 rows, but there's no way to carry it over. So from now on to the end of the block, after you're finished with each color section, you just fasten off and then join the new color. In the next video, I'm going to show you how we're going to crochet around the whole piece, and then how we're going to join the squares together.